Okay. So it's now Tuesday. Now, half of y'all spent the day being pissed off at me about the things that I said about Carlee. Now, I never said she was lying, though I knew she was. Now, see, the thing that you guys have to realize is that being a content creator and having a microphone and being able to be seen by people and having viewers, it does not make you a trained journalist. What's the difference between a content creator and a trained journalist? An investigative reporter goes to journalism school. We learn how to vet. We learn how to investigate. We learn what questions to ask. Some of you all were on my live on Sunday, and I interviewed a doctor in regards to the Jehovah's Witness religion, a medical professional who helps people mentally coming out of cults. You're like, well, your questions were so great. I'm trained to do that. We learned that in journalism school. So now I'm going to show you a video that's going to show proof that Carlee was lying. It's another Jussie Smollett case. I knew that it was. I didn't want to say it because I know I'm amongst people that's not ready to accept that. Because like I said, a whole bunch of y'all were really mad at me, weren't you? Why would you say that about her? You just don't believe a black woman. The thing about it is that when someone tells a lie, you need to move away from it. So whenever everybody was doubling down on saying that, how they were doubling down and supporting Carlee, that would have been the time for us to move away from that and then go move to the Shanquella Robinson case, the case of the little black girl that's missing, that's 12 years old, that's being beaten. You move away from it so that you don't get stuck in it. So now white America is looking and seeing all these videos of black women on TikTok and Twitter. We all don't believe black women. If a story doesn't smell right, if it stinks, it's a lie. And so that's the difference. And so I'm going to show you guys a part of the press conference, hopefully for those of you who are still thinking that maybe she's telling the truth or just wanted her to be telling the truth so much, maybe now you'll see. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you some more of the press conference. And I'm going to kind of point out how you can tell whether or not something is, you need to jump on it. Because it's a big difference between sitting in your car, posting comment about the manosphere and like the pink pill all day long and actually investigating and looking at a news story. So what I always say to my friends that are content creators, stay away from the news stories because news changes. So just like I ran a story today and there was some information on there that was not correct. Someone lied. You can run a retraction. But when you're a content creator and you come on there and you double down on something that's facts, breaking news changes. I've been covering like school shootings and I'm out there and I'm like, 12 kids have lost their life. And it turns out that no one has lost their life. So stay away from news stories. Being a content creator does not mean that you are a reporter. As reporters and anchors, we learn to remove emotion from the story and just go with the facts. So take a look at this press conference about Carlee and find out how we know that she lied.
On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term "you have to pay for an Amber Alert" was searched. On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "how to take money from a register without being caught" was searched. On July 13th at 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "Birmingham bus station" was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th. On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted.
Now, while those facts in itself don't prove anything, the police chief says they need to ask Carlee more questions. While they spoke to her briefly in the hospital, they say they'd like to talk to her again and haven't been able to do that. They say, as the chief said, only Carlee can answer a lot of these questions.